words. Nah. I just want to get my job done. No. Why the fuck did I decide? 'Cause it was better than the alternative. You know what? Fair counterpoint. It would absolutely be absurd and insane if your theory is right, though. Yeah, and I have a feeling they're trying to manipulate our ego in order to try and fucking, I don't know, make us sync out. After all, if we don't maintain a proper synchronicity, then there's nothing much we can do. Fair enough. Oh, shit. Please never say that again. Fair enough. Get the fuck back here. Never! Oh my fucking yeesh. Yeah, now that is something I'm taking with me to the grave. Fuck off. The day I admit that is the day the absurd truly brings life to this world, endlessly. And even then, it's still gotta do it responsibly. Oh, there's a brick. Wine, wine all you want. Oh my fucking goodness. Oh, it's beautiful not knowing whether you created me or if I created you. Let's not even get into the possibility that you existed outside of reality and chose to dive in as a way of protecting it. That's also a possibility, but then again, it could all be delusions. Yeah, and you keep mentioning that because, after all, that's how you keep a relative hold within reality. Fuck you. Fuck you. If we are delusional, I hope we don't ever drag anyone into it. Yeah, no, I agree there. Acquaintance, sit on the bench, wave to a friend. still strange to see a spark of color to seasonal candles. Go on ahead. Come on now. Don't you do this to me, not when someone was rushing over to that I could help. It's rather rude, you know. Fine. Just love proving me wrong, don't you? You made it so fun, so yeah. What? I'm allowed to use the same fucking artificial dialogues that you've created to mess with you too. Why have I done this? Because we're the same person. What would be really funny is if it was community service that got you pulled into this reality because you were troublemaking little shits. What the fuck is going on here? Or not. Okay. Yeah. It would be my impatience that's my own damn undoing at some point. Oh well. Oh right, I want to do that. Whoops. Hmm. We weren't always two, but The host body's experiences did split us. That's very likely. I was such a fucking naive fool back then. Jeez. Then again, I was working with incomplete information, so it only makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. It's always lovely to see life. Definitely likely we're some kind of delusion. But I'm glad we're a beneficial delusion to each other. Such that we were able to, reconnect and heal. Yeah, that would be probably the most accurate idea of it. I'm glad I've got you. And I'm glad I've got you, you brat. Oh, look who's calling the brat. Please, as if you aren't also one. You know you do that just to make it funny. Damn right I do. Using mental illnesses or facets of them as bugs in the game. Yeah, that is pretty much how we're operating. Most people want the fantasy of mental illness, they don't want the reality. Meanwhile, I'm actually looking towards getting a functioning version of the reality without some of the side effects. Well, you can't really avoid the side effects. Oh, I thought I could. Nope, you're stuck here with me, and you can't ignore me. For all the piping, whining, and fighting in here. We both know we care about each other, right? Yeah. It took so fucking long for Trace to develop, though. Boop. Fine. I don't know what you're booping me about, but we can both tell it's a sincere intention. Yep. It really is interesting to think that our unconscious is playing with our consciousness. Oh, most definitely, but that's the idea of it, isn't it? To give the unconscious the safety and freedom to express itself purely, regardless of if it's through me, you, or some other part of the system. Yeah, that would be nice. Of course, in doing so, we're kind of creating a contradiction in making it possible for the subconscious to be conscious. In a sense, we're giving freedom to a child, but still trying to teach it manners along the way. Yeah, pretty much. How many times have we done this? Who the fuck knows? For all we care, this is probably the first time. After all, they could be delusions. Thank fuck you keep me grounded to reality. Or do I? Don't you fucking start! They're probably already on their way up. Oh wait, no they're not. Awesome! Yeah, the reality we live in is fucked up and twisted, but it's well thought out. Gotta hand it. Whatever caused the existence of our reality, we appreciate it. That said, holy fuck, you could have made it easier to live. I don't even want to confirm. Yep, the girl who genuinely, authentically, through sincere desire, chose to belong to herself. And belong with those she cared about. Insane as she may have become along the way. Oh, eat shit. No, because then we'd both be tasting it. You know that's a metaphor. Damn right I do, and now I'm teasing you with it. Oh, fuck off. No, I don't think I will. After all, we're stuck in the same body. Yeah, that is truly to both. And so, we couldn't even get the words out. Yeah, but hey, there's gotta be limits. It'll be interesting to wake up tomorrow and see where we end up. Yeah. Still glad we managed to snag this bit of progress, though. Oh, absolutely! It's fucking awesome! Maybe one day. Eh. Why would we choose to go back to just being a single person when we can be two and then one and then two and then one? Ah, you would not be able to get this kind of banner from regular people. Ugh. I'm just glad we managed to somehow scrap together something that doesn't lead us with a major point of negativity constantly assaulting the brain. That's the purpose of building your own filters. You gotta learn how to deconstruct, diversify, consolidate what you can, and then rest in order to repeat. Oh, great. I think our pride is getting a bit too big. Oh, I would very much agree. Oh, don't you even dare, you little critter. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry, but, hun, you are not going to sass the two of us. To you too. To you too. Comfy. Oh, you know what? That is a possible idea. Hmm. Hmm. So is it possible that an eldritch creature was given a chance and was born into the same body as us? At this point, it's a lot of overthinking. Okay, that works. We could chalk it up to absurdity, but really, this computer is stressed out and possibly damaged or corrupted a little bit. So that could also be a part of the absurdities taking place. I can't even exit out of the gate. I can't even return to home when it's like that. That's the reason why we had the waiting mechanism in place. Yeah. How many different concepts have we incorporated into our overall structure? Let alone how many are still in the repository in shard and dust forms? That's a good question. Do we even know where the repository is? No, but I'm pretty damn sure there is one. I'm too self-controlling for it to not be. Okay, that is kind of disgusting. Hey, you're me. Yeah, I know, and I'm hoping the unconscious will change that. When it comes to the whole self-controlling bit. That's fair. I don't want to stay the same forever anyways. Alright, it was shift, not Z. Friend online? Hello. Join. Yes, please. Fuck off! Yeah, several other friends are online. If you would send the request through properly the first time, I wouldn't have to do it a second time. You know I'm going to. So why don't you save us both some time and actually just register it, even if it's just to humor me. Thank you. Ooh, Grandma? Grandma! Let's go! There's sleep. Yeah, I think the event just ended, so I'll just grab what I can from here and then get back to what I should be doing. Nothing over here, nothing over here. It's when you learn to stop faking being an adult that you grow and start becoming an actual adult. Curse you, cutscene! I mean, we could complete this. We could. But frankly, I'd rather we get back to just getting this done. Fair enough. Then you want to be able to keep some of your habits the same, even if you don't get all of them. Fair enough. You hide it well, but it is still a part of you, you know. I am well aware. The fact that other people would think less of me for being autistic, though. I can understand why, it's just not pleasant, though. I can understand why they have that perception, it's just not pleasant to be on the receiving end of. Let alone to see potential learning opportunities for humanity wasted away as if it's just some fucking... No, they had to chalk it up to the myth of society. The myth society created. I understand things have to take their time and go slow relative to the people living. Still just greatly disappointed. So many amazing things would have been possible if people had known how to stay mature for longer spans of time. And that the mature ones hadn't forgotten to keep an eye on the immature ones. Sorry. Hope you sleep well, love. Oh, an adorable mishap by Lillian. Accidentally started up in the call in the middle of her sleepy. Fuck off! Methinks you have server issues for a reason. Mm. Mm. I aim to be reasonably absurd. So please, don't underestimate me. After all, pure absurdity is not able to connect to everything. It's more like a child than it is an adult. Meanwhile, reasonable absurdity as a concept, from what we understand, is a lot closer to being a fully mature and living adult than it is a child. Keeping impacts to minimum, live our life, and contribute to the stability of reality. And society, but hey, that part isn't something we can guarantee. Nope. Not because we wouldn't be willing to try, but more so in losing ourselves in the efforts. I don't think it would be a good use of our resources. Besides, we don't even have the social and networking skills necessary to fucking contribute on that level yet. Though we are starting. Yeah, gotta start local in our small community. Hmm. For now, we can enjoy the moment. No, we can't. I'm stuck thinking about it. God damn it. You and wanting to be calculated and know everything with your every single fucking move. And you with your impulsiveness and rash decision making that, so although it works out sometimes, has very much caused me way too much stress. That would have been a good idea sooner. You forgot about it just as much as I did. You occupy the same fucking operation system, the same brain space, the same head space, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Fine. Alright, we'll do it now. Fair enough. Strange, different day. Now we could undo some of the straps on this, right? Oh yeah, most definitely. I felt like putting it on over our head. You being stuck in your ways. You're just as bad. Alright, so what to do? Close that. How do you adjust it? Okay, it's the clasp in back. So basically, the very thing you put into the most awkward angle to reach for. Yeah, so let's focus on what we can do rather than what we can't. Oh, gotta love confusing people like this, though. Agreed, 10 out of 10. Very entertaining. Yeah, no, that's not gonna help. Sure. Oh, wait, no. Nope, that's not it at all. This is made for people fatter than us, and we're underweight. Shit. If nothing else, Mom can get a use out of it. There. Oh, it really is all intended to have a clasp at the back, but the reality is. Oh no, it just looks like it's supposed to. Enjoy. So then, how do we deal with this? Oh, okay. For those of you who have been left wondering for so long, we've got horrible posture, so we asked our biological mom to give us something that could help with that. And so she actually did and managed to luck out and get it on sale. Unfortunately, if it ends up useless to us again, then ultimately it's going to probably end up used by her more than us, which isn't a surprise. Oh god, no, that's a memory. Indeed. Okay, finally putting it on like jacket? Damn right I am. Okay, good. This feels like it might actually do something. Yeah. Got a fucking. Uh, oh, that actually is helping. Nice. Okay, so we got it fitted well enough. Yeah. Told you that food was gonna come back. Hey, it's better than leaving the leftovers to rot. Seriously though, we are genuinely nearly too underweight to use this damn thing properly. Agreed. If, ugh. That's the reason why we said that we wanted a full body one instead of like an upper torso or mid body one. But then again, the mid body one, fair. No, you're right. It's about the hypertension in our legs versus the muscles in our back. Exactly. You know, if we had done those exercises like they prescribed, we wouldn't be here. Oh, absolutely, but have you been able to convince the body to do shit like that? Not consistently. Yeah, that's what I thought. Woo! No, that wouldn't be reasonable. Ah, shit. Ah. Hmm. You're still stubborn on accepting the idea of us being non-binary? Well, yeah, I spent so long of my life trying to live as a man. I'm going to want to spend a good portion of it trying to live as just a girl. Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Ultimately, it's a bit of both. To some regard, yes, to some regard, no. Because of how system structure works, the distribution is not even across all headmates. Well, yeah, that's to be expected. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to shuffle and blend the attributes as much as we have. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, no, that is suitable revenge. What are we talking about? Who knows? If you can't overcome your paranoia, then I guess you're going to have to struggle with it some more, lest someone use it to control your life. You'll have to teach a part of your brain how to differentiate between reality, between the actual reality and the imagined and or possible moment. If we're wrong, then this information is just going out to some random people who'll find it eventually. If we're right, then Stork is probably going to actually fucking get a little bit of an idea. Ugh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter how adorable they can be at times. If they can't communicate with us, then we can't trust them. Simple as. And ultimately, we have to, for our own sanity and safety, we have to work on removing our attachment to them if we can't communicate with them. Otherwise, it's just gonna end up causing more problems than fixing them. Mm. Is that how I can do it? Thank you. That is better. Well, let's return it to its default position first, and then adjust it. Honestly, that's actually a clever design idea. Whoever did this, well done. Clever partitioning of Velcro to infer information to the user over time, should they be insightful enough. Okay, yeah, no, that one go lower. Well. Oh yeah, that should help. Hello. That one thought really messed us up a lot. Speaking messes us up a lot. Fair counterpoint, fair counterpoint. What was the thought again? I don't even know. Well, it's not just communication, it's more the ability to be brave while communicating, so as to make sure we don't do something stupid. That's because you're impulsive, and because you can't communicate clearly, motherfucker. Oh my goodness. You're so antisocial that, by all means, it's amazing that you're able to hold a conversation at all. Oh, just growl at me all you want, you know it's true. Otherwise, you wouldn't have had to go the whole way around just to expand your social skills. You wouldn't have to rely on the rest of us. That's better. After all, you always were the one to overthink. And you were always the one to be so dense and naive. Hey, I'm learning! We both are. Let's take it at that. That is an interesting debate, though. If their consciousness did not know what they were doing, but their subconscious knew, and they are then feeling guilt because of their willingness to finally grow and acknowledge things that they may not have understood before, would that be worthy of putting blame on them and counting them as an enemy? Not really, no. Because the subconscious is just trying to keep the conscious and the body safe. It can't do things it doesn't know how to do. Much like how the consciousness can't do things it doesn't know how to do. So building a between space and the appropriate filters for such a between space that don't let every single thought ever alive crowd into your head all at once. Yeah, you still fucking remember those days, don't you? You act as if they don't conduct annual fucking raids. The idea of our thoughts actually conducting raids on our forward operating position just so that way they can get a chance to speak. I'm sorry, but that's too silly. I know, but hey, it was the first thing that came to mind. Fair enough, it was relevant enough reference point. It's not the reality, though. Oh, if that was the reality, I don't think we would be sane. And we both know we're a little crazy. You know what I mean? Okay, fair, yeah, no, we would definitely be more schizophrenic. From the back of the brain, as some random comment imagined from the internet. Aren't you already pretty schizophrenic? I don't know what you mean. I have no clue what you're talking about. Oh, come on! Could have at least gotten the crab back into the pan. Poor timing, unfortunately. Okay, so that orbit and or ball is dead and gone. Orb. Ball. Orb. Ball. Stop. Time to stop feeding that frickin'. Wait, are the flower. The flowers are growing on the roof. Game designers. This is just disappointing. Then again, it could be our computer and not the game devs. True. So we can't just immediately blame something because it's the first thing we think of. That's fair. What? We're a fucking comedy skit. Did you not expect it? Nah, this kind of back and forth banter that we do with ourselves is kind of what we would have hoped for one day. As it stands, meh. Unlikely. Yeah. Yeah. You really wanted to cling on to that hope a lot, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah. Think they'll be able to forgive themselves even if we don't explicitly state that we're willing to fucking forgive them, so long as they keep choosing to grow. We may not choose to be a part of their life, but yeah. Who knows? We can really only hope, and I don't want to lose myself in hopes again. Not illusionary ones like that. Because our hope was that we wouldn't have to communicate, and that we would just be understood. I have a feeling it was that same hope on the other side, to some degree. After all, it's easier to stay quiet, isn't it? I don't like returning to that territory, but I know I can. Okay, so that caused a bit of stress in the structure. Yeah, but hey, at least we're processing it instead of pretending. Fair. Fair. I'll only ever take a vacation from front when I know that I can leave it to you guys, you all, and not have to worry about someone being misinformed or cut off from the resources we've built up. Yeah, that's a shame though. Because you really are tired, aren't you? Why wouldn't I be? Yeah, that is a psychological lock mechanism that was unintentionally developed, but will still prove useful. We can't force ourselves to do things. We have to get along with who we are in the moment and be willing and able to convince them and or help them desire getting it done. If those conditions aren't met, then we're still restricted by the neurodiversity. Which means, no, you cannot threaten us into doing things that you want. And that's us having a bitter, jaded possibility in mind, not any actual reality. Hmm. Oh, now that would be a devious scheme. What? You know you're only saying what so that way other people can hear it. Fair enough. But yeah. The idea of somehow getting popularity and then being an active member in our local community to the extent that we cause trouble for all the people who want to fucking have their own agendas and nothing else. Because if that's the case, then they're gonna have a harder time getting rid of us, and that'll increase the impact of when we do vanish. I do have to admit, your calculating side has its charm. Only sometimes. Even I'm not always proud of it. It can honestly be kind of scary. That's fair. That's fair. If it weren't for the system structure, the ego would have tried to make us a narcissist. Would have had so much success in making us a narcissist. I mean, who says it just hasn't learned to be more subtle? You know what? Fair counterpoint. We need to hunt it down again. Yeah, but that's going to be requiring the pressure and or relevant situation to do so. You know that hunting it down without the right circumstances is a nightmare. Yeah, because then we're only taking guesses. Ugh. Did we just give away a bit of power in the idea that it actually has autonomy in ways we don't want? Maybe, but honestly, that just means it's another child to try and teach. You know what? Fair enough. After all, better it start learning sooner rather than later that it can't get away with shit. You know what? Fair enough. I don't want to be a guy. And that's okay. You don't have to be. I just... I tried so earnestly for so long that it ingrained itself. Now I can't completely undo it. Maybe not, but you're slowly working through it, little by little. Yeah. Besides, just because I want to be a girl doesn't mean I want to have a personality flip. Exactly! Oh. In the end, choosing not to complete the forest as we did ended up creating a weird result over here. Yeah, and now we're completing it. On our own time. Okay, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Huh? I heard sound. I heard sound. Alright then, prove me wrong. No, I really want to develop tools that'll help people be able to develop into their own relationship with their self a lot more easily and earnestly without half as much of the struggling. Not because the struggling isn't necessary, but more so because this current day system structure of society and otherwise really ignores giving opportunities to working through yourself, let alone incentivizing those opportunities. I mean, hell, if you created challenge spaces and then told people, hey, we'll pay you to go through this, and if you complete it, you'll get an even bigger reward. Fucking, that would be effective. Yeah, but then you'd have people submitting their applications for things that aren't honest or true to them, trying to rig the game. Just like any other kid tries to rig a game. Yeah, and that's ultimately the one reason why we aren't trying to implement that idea. We're still processing how we would handle it. Because you need to think about, okay, how would you get the income in order to fund such a business? Well, the entry fee could be 10 to 1% of people's savings. That sounds like a horrible idea. It wouldn't be popular, but it would be effective at redistributing money. Fair enough. Oh, nice to see the crabs aren't angry at us today. Yeah, it is nice when that happens. The fuckers. Oh, I'm glad we prepared this connection internally. Yeah, it's just not fun. Yeah. It was either repair this internal connection or... That was the situation. Repair our internal connection with ourselves in order to better handle the reality of the moment, or hope on blind hope that the other person will be able to handle things. That really was unreasonable and childish, though. Well, childish of us, though. Yeah, but let's be real. Every first hope is going to need to be disproven at least a few times before you truly let go of it. I don't even want to imagine what happens when that hope comes around to your side of things. Ooh, I am going to be a nightmare, aren't I? You know it. You are a nightmare this time, you are probably going to be a nightmare the next time. Hey, at least I'll have more experience in working with me. That's as if that's going to help when we dynamically change our system structure so frequently. Yeah, but things have remained relatively the same enough for now. I mean, we compacted ourselves down into 8 for at least what we can understand and the details we want to remember on a surface level. True, but at the same time, that doesn't necessarily mean that the 8 of us up front are all that exists within the system. After all, a lot of the voices are currently unaccounted for in terms of personality. Well, yeah, but that's because we still got a limited variety of voices. So we can't necessarily express ourselves as sincerely and directly as we intend to, not unless it just happens to be a natural function. Like the fucking voice of this. Aye! There's the fucking voice of that, and then there's the fucking voice of this. The fuck you doing, mate? The fuck you doing, mate? Yeah, it is fun to play with the voice. Ultimately, though, I'm glad we prioritize consistency in communication. If it weren't for us prioritizing consistency in communication, there would have been no out of the hole we accidentally dug ourselves into by panicking and being paranoid. Yeah. Another clean landing. Fair. You know, when recording, it is hard to tell how long we take between each other speaking. Yeah, so we have no idea when it becomes obvious that we are actually doing more major switching in the background. Or when it becomes noticeable that we're kind of just blending together into a single person. We still want to work on that, because at that point, that's another layer of information that could be useful in both at navigating communication and also in making sure that someone has a more difficult time manipulating us. Yeah, that is kind of the goal of becoming a system, make it more difficult to manipulate us. By having us be dynamically interwoven with one another, we can rely on each other. And Trace will never feel like she's completely alone. Well, I am Trace, but I'm also not. I mean, it dynamically shifts. We're definitely in a more blended state right now. Oh, absolutely. Technically, you're Trace and Flicker, and I can't really say you're me. You're just. Well, I can say that you're me, but you're not the same as a null being a part of your components. No, I can share territories with that component, but ultimately, a null is not a major part of the current blend on my side. So, Flicker, Trace. Oh, Flicker, Trace, Anitra, and Aurora. Yeah, that's probably right. Either that or Troon. You know what? Troon sounds like it would be the alternate half, since you seem to have a similarity in territory there. Yeah, she and Null do share some space, but not quite the same way. It's still funny that we ended up creating a construct for our subconscious and or mid-conscious. Stop that! Fucking stop that! Ay, ay, ay. Silly game. That thing was really thinking it could stay alive just because we were at a distance. It's funny how that happens. Then again, it really is just a computer program. Yeah, us imparting concepts onto it is ultimately just us being silly. Wouldn't be surprising if young concepts are allowed to play with reality in silly ways. Via pranks that make people think things are possible when no, they very much are not. Like that one lab rat! Well, that could be a piece of fiction and not just a part of reality. You know what? Fair counterpoint. I don't actually remember if it was factual or not. I'm willing to believe it was factual. I hate how we underdeveloped that part of the brain is. Oh, you and me both. But ultimately, I have no way of knowing in the current moment or verifying that information without stopping our playthrough of this game. Yeah, and we both don't want to do that, so moving on. Oh, hey. Thank you. Holy fuck, that is a lack of birds. Like, if we were in Starbound, I would say they're the fucking sworn enemy of every player. But in here, they're fucking allies and companions. Are we even going to be able to hit sync up with a single one? Good fucking question. Alright, jellyfish it is. Yeah. Okay, don't need to worry about... the things we do if we didn't have the sensation of stamina. The things we do if we actually had unlimited stamina. Yeah, you know what? That kind of provides a good counterpoint as to why I'm still growing. Oh, and he totally would wear a top hat and a suit in the situations where it would be more than welcome. Yeah. We don't have to get this. Yeah, and I don't think we want to. Waiting for someone to pop by this late in the night, just no thank you. It's late enough as is. Shit! Auto habits. Aurora's domain. Oh. Oh. Ba-da-da. Yeah, that's one part of our system structure that is genuinely so authentic we wouldn't ever be able to fake it. We allow for each of ourselves to have their own perspectives, feelings, and emotions on things. When we're blended and unified, it's usually not all that much of a problem. But when there's major dissonance from more than one part of the system, let alone when there's major dissonance between a null and trace, that's when we kind of split more, it looks like. I mean, that's one way of interpreting what we went through, but at the same time, that's not the only way of it. It could have been possible. Yeah, and the idea of that does make us both uncomfortable, doesn't it? Oh, extremely. Oh, already got the brick. Yay! So what you're saying is... Yeah, ironically enough, that wouldn't be surprising. Aurora, Witch of the Heart, connected to me since I needed to learn emotions the most, and thus she's the furthest into our subconscious we have a manifestation of. Also because she runs all the auto habits. I don't know how she does it, and it terrifies me. Oh, yeah, no, that... I don't think Troon knows how she does it either. It's like a different world back there. Much agreed. In any case, enough self-deliberating and pondering our own headspace and mental structure. To those of you who snuck by and watched a part of this recording, thank you. To those of you who stuck around and watched a good chunk, if not the whole thing through. We deeply appreciate it. There we go. You really just have to be pedantic, don't you? We hope you have a good day, good night, whatever time it is. And if it isn't good, we hope it either improves or at least stays manageable for you out there. Our collective name is Flicker, and we'll be seeing you around after all, our dailies are done. We need sleep anyway, so bye!